Ladies and gentlemen, are you ready to take your kitchen game to the next level? Well, hold on to your measuring tapes because we're about to dive into the wild world of DIY kitchen islands. Now, I'm not going to lie, folks, this isn't for the faint of heart. We're talking about power tools, sawdust, and the potential for minor kitchen fires. But hey, if you're up for the challenge, grab your safety goggles and let's do this. Because at the end of the day, it's not only about the finished product, it's about the memories you make along the way. Like the time you accidentally glued your hand to the kitchen counter, or the time you realized you measured wrong and had to start all over again. Good times, folks. And if all else fails, by the way, just order some takeout and call it a day. Because let's face it, sometimes pizza just sounds better than power tools. Here comes 6 wallet-friendly kitchen island projects, part 1. From Simp Home, let's welcome our first kitchen island challenge. The IKEA Hack Kitchen Combo Idea from Timbertime. Hey there, kitchen clutter victim. Are you tired of constantly bumping into cabinets and tripping over pots and pans? Do you wish that you had more counter space to cook up a storm? Well, my friend, have I got good news for you. It's time to build yourself a cheap kitchen island from 2 IKEA dressers. First, you'll need to build the body of the dressers without the drawers. That's right, just leave these pesky drawers out of the equation for now. Next, screw the bodies of both dressers together for stability. Then add a coated chipboard surface and some edge bands to prevent any dirt or liquids from sneaking in. And here's the kicker, you can order the panel online with the edging already attached. Or if you're feeling adventurous, you can do it yourself for a bit of cost savings. To ensure your island stays sturdy, attach flat connectors to the top and bottom of the dressers. Don't pre-drill the material, folks. With the chipboard, you can just screw in the screws at that point. Now, pay attention here because when screwing on the flat connectors, you need to make sure both dressers are at the same height. Otherwise, you'll have a wonky island that'll make you dizzy. And we don't want that now, do we? And for those of you feeling extra fancy, add an IKEA hack extension with a spice rack. Because let's be honest, who doesn't love a good spice rack, right? So there you have it, folks, an easy and affordable way to upgrade your kitchen game. Now let's get cooking. Or at least try not to trip over your own kitchen clutter. A kitchen island hack project with IKEA KALLAX. Alrighty, folks, buckle up and get ready to learn how to hack your way to a kitchen island paradise with IKEA KALLAX. We're talking about a project that requires some serious planning and some serious coin, but hey, if you're up for the challenge, let's do this. According to our source, you'll need 2 KALLAX shelves, a door block, a block with 2 drawers, 2 medium boards, green chloro paint, chalkboard paint, wallpaper and wallpaper glue, 4 magnets, and a glass worktop found in a small store. Whew! That's a mouthful. Okay, so once you've gathered all your supplies, it's time to get to work. First, paint the small board with special blackboard paint, then paint the larger board green on one side and cover it with wallpaper on the other side to make it a reversible worktop. Next, arrange the shelves and worktops on the medium boards. Then, add the glass worktop on top. And, finally, to close it all up, arrange the magnets on the small board of medium. That's all for the general simplification. If you're up for the challenge, you need to know this hack requires some serious elbow grease and a lot of patience. Something we probably won't find in the next entry, but let's see. A modern kitchen island with a concrete top for a millionaire wallet owner. This townhouse in Antwerp, Belgium by Sculpt IT is the real deal. It has a facade that maintains its historicity, an interior emphasizing space and light, and the world's largest pivoting window. That's right, 3 meters wide and 6 meters high. That's bigger than most people's entire living rooms. But let's focus on the kitchen, shall we? The new ground floor features a kitchen with concrete tabletops, an island that can be moved into a terrace, and an informal eating area. And let's not forget the ample storage places and a garage. Because who doesn't love storage and a garage, right? The dining and sitting space is found on the older first floor with a new section incorporating a suspended office. Suspended office, folks, that's like something out of a sci-fi movie. And on the second, third, and Fourth floors are 2 large bedrooms with bathrooms in between that combine the old style of the structure with a new approach. Do you know what that means? Enfilade double doors, baby. It's like a fancy French term for different rooms sharing one view. So chic. And let's not forget about the construction materials, folks. Polished concrete on the inside and outside terrace on the same level. That's some serious craftsmanship. And the walls, painted masonry, because why not? But let's not overlook the real star of the show here, the laser-cut, tailor-made windows that use insulated glass from Saint Gobain and weigh 2 tons with their frames. 2 tons! That's like the weight of a small elephant, but much more stylish. So if you're looking for a modern kitchen island that's truly built for the next century, you might want to take some notes from this townhouse in Antwerp. Just make sure you've got some serious construction skills and a couple of cranes on standby. An antique dresser to a kitchen island conversion idea. Well, it looks like we got a classic case of old dresser turned kitchen island here. Who knew antiques could be so versatile? Our expert antique dresser to kitchen island converter, that's a mouthful, isn't it, picked up this gem from his favorite antique shop and immediately knew it had potential. First step, get rid of those pesky drawers. Who needs them when you can have shelves, am I right? Then it was time to add some pine top and shelves, slap on some antique white paint, and distress and wax that bad boy. But the real fun comes when you start digging into the dresser's history. What secrets will it reveal? Our converter found a stamp date from 1921 on the backboard. Now that's some cool history right there. And for all you DIYers out there, here's a little tip from our source. If you're dealing with bleed through from old varnish on new paint, just slap some oil-based polyurethane and watch the magic happen. So go forth and transform your old dresser too, folks. Who knows what kind of hidden treasure you'll uncover. How to enrich your island with a functional microwave. First up, add the shelf. Start with some scrap 1x2s to use as support. You need to ensure they're level and mark where you want them to hang towards the front. And if you want to finish it with some trim along the front, ensure it's flush. And here's a tip, make sure to pre-drill your holes for the screws. Don't be lazy and just screw them in without doing that, or you'll end up with split wood, and nobody wants that, trust me. With the shelf in place, it's time to add some trim to finish it off, and don't forget to sink those screws in if you'll see them at all. Nails are easier to hide, but hey, who am I to judge? Now it's time for the main event, adding the microwave. Our DIY mentor here went with a Samsung microwave, but really any brand will do. Just make sure it has the power you need to heat up your meals in a flash. And if you're worried about ventilation, don't be. There's plenty of space behind and on the sides of the microwave. And if you have small children, you might want to make sure there's a lock feature. Safety first, people. So there you have it, folks, a kitchen island featuring a microwave inside. It's not exactly rocket science, but hey, it's a handy little upgrade. And it's pretty affordable too, especially if you got all the materials for the shelf lying around. Now go heat up some popcorn and bask in your DIY glory. Well, that's it for the first part, people. On the following part, we're going to learn a few affordable kitchen transformation ideas with lamp-leg shopping boards, thrifted countertop, and no chemical sanding system. Stay tuned. And with that, I say, we'll see you on the next one. Well, that's it for now. Before you leave this presentation, we'd like to appreciate every second you spend watching this video. If we deserve more of your attention in the future, press the subscribe button if you haven't done so already. Like the video if you believe it'll motivate the YouTube algorithm to push the video to more people. Honestly, though, it is more like a myth to us, so feel free to move on with your plan after the video ends. Lastly, we hope you have great luck with your health and project, and we'll see you again soon.